Okay, so today you're going to be creating your plaster mask. What you're going to need is a bucket of water, warm water, and a mask form. What you're going to do, you're going to have these plaster strips. This is the same stuff that you would use to put a cast on your arm if you were to break a bone, or basically the same thing. What you're going to do is you're going to dip it in the water, let it drip off, put it on your mask, and then use your fingers to smooth out that plaster. You do not need to let it sit in the water. Actually, you don't want to let it sit in the water because then all your plaster will come off. You're going to dip it in the water, lay it on your mask, and smooth out the plaster. Each piece that you lay down should overlap the previous piece just a little bit so that it will create a strong hold when you're done. When you put it on the eyes and the nose, you want to make sure that you are pushing it down so that it is getting into those crevices so that you will have the shape of the face when you are finished. So what I like to do is I like to put them all going horizontally across the face, and then I go back in and add the vertical ones along the edges. You can also, if you think you might want to be adding things, and even if you're not sure, you can still add pieces down here, but if you think you're going to add horns or something coming off of it, then you definitely want to add some pieces of plaster to this bottom edge, because then that will give you just a little bit more surface space to be able to add things to it. So you just keep adding your plaster until your mask is covered. You're going to do 2 layers of plaster today. Plaster, unlike paper mache, is very strong, so you don't need as many layers as you would if you were using paper mache. If you were using paper mache, you would want to do 3, 4, 5, 6 layers even. But with plaster, it's a different substance and it works a lot better. So you're going to put it all around your face, add it to the sides, and then again, if you think you might want to add things to it, you can put pieces down here on this outer edge, this bottom lip. If your pieces hang off of that bottom piece some, that's totally fine. We can trim it once it's dry. But the main part is you want to make sure that you do 2 layers over everything and that you're smoothing out these pieces. It is going to get on your hands. It will wash right off. But when you're finished, I do not want you to just dump your water down the sink. Plaster, when it hardens, will harden also in the pipes, and then we won't be able to use the sinks. They'll have to go in and fix that. So when you're finished, let me know and I will dispose of your water for you. But that's how you're going to do your plaster mask today.